While many Korean dramas are highly anticipated and turn out to be great, other series were huge disappointments, and it would have been better if they never aired at all. This is the case for a few sequels that ended up completely ruining the successful first season of a drama, like what happened with DP. The first season, released in 2021, tells the story of a group of Korean soldiers who have to catch defectors and face increasingly complicated cases. The series, which features Jong Hae-in in the leading role, was highly praised for showcasing the reality of the Korean military and bringing light to many issues that aren't well known by the public. In addition to this, critics and viewers also praised the realistic acting of the cast and the splendid cinematography of the drama. After all this praise, the second season was obviously highly anticipated, but after its release in 2023, many fans were left very disappointed. The sequel was once again well produced, and the acting was still great, but many felt like the series kept bringing back the same issues, and the second season didn't add much to what was already said in the first part. The only new topic of the sequel revolves around gender identity in Korean society. A good exploration of this really important issue could have saved the series, but instead the topic is ruined by awkward comedy strokes and a tragic story that feels trite and heavy-handed. Some netizens argued that the series was only produced to capitalize on the success of the first season, adding that the story quickly gets weird and illogical, and also has quite a few plot holes. For these reasons, many fans feel like it would have been better if the drama stopped after the first season. On the other hand, Money Heist Korea was a useless sequel. The original Spanish series was an enormous success, and one of the most viewed and beloved series of the past few years all over the world. But fans of the show were baffled when Netflix revealed that it was working on a remake of the series set in South Korea. It was immediately obvious that the streaming platform wanted to use the success of Money Heist to make more money, and that they were trying to appeal to an Asian audience, so not many were excited to see the remake. When the series was released in 2022, some hoped that the drama would at least take a different twist, but what we got was instead a faithful remake, even too faithful. Except for some minor cultural differences, the characters acted and sounded exactly like they did in the original show, and some critics called the actors' performances as little more than glorified impersonations. The series quickly became frustrating for Money Heist fans who were soon bored of seeing the same thing again. Meanwhile, new fans had no reason to choose this version over the original, so in the end, this drama was just a huge waste of time for everyone. Another series that was just a waste is Oh My Lady Lord. Aired in 2021, this drama focuses around the relationship between a scriptwriter and an actress who live together. This already seems pretty uninteresting, but it gets even worse as the series added a useless love triangle that's never resolved, and a lot of scenes of petty rivalry between the main characters, with horrible dialogues. The drama was also marked by controversy because of a scene that showed the male lead in the shower with his private parts only covered by an emoji. Viewers quickly grew tired of the boring plot and uninteresting characters, and the viewership ratings collapsed to record lows. Oh My Lady Lord became MBC's first ever series with a rating under 1% and ended up as one of the lowest rated K-dramas of all time. Many viewers regret watching this series, but the production team probably regrets working on it even more, as the flop of this drama surely caused them to lose a lot of money. Next up is Eve, a 2022 drama which featured So Ye-ji in the leading role. This fact alone is already controversial, as this series marked her return to acting after being involved in various scandals in the previous months. Despite this, a good performance in a successful drama could have helped her save her career. Unfortunately for her, this wasn't the case, and Eve was a complete disaster. The series follows the story of the daughter of a chaebol family played by Ye-ji, who seeks revenge against other rich people who caused her parents to pass away. This plot already feels overdone and very cliche, and the drama does nothing to stand out from other similar series, with the story being described as a laughably unoriginal plot executed in the most predictable, boring way. Critics also pointed out the underwhelming acting of Ye-ji and several other members of the cast, as well as the countless plot holes and the unnecessary steamy scenes as some of the many problems plaguing the series. If this wasn't bad enough, viewers also called out the production of the drama, which some called cheap, criticizing the editing, lighting, and even the makeup and the outfits of the actors. In the end, there was almost nothing to save from this drama, and surely it didn't help Ye-ji's career. Sadly, a great series that was ruined by multiple seasons is Sweet Home. This 2020 horror drama follows the story of Cha Hyun-soo, a high school dropout played by Song Kang, who moves into an apartment complex that gets suddenly attacked by monstrous creatures. So, Hyun-soo and the other residents of the building band together to fight the monsters. This was one of the most popular and viewed dramas of 2020 all over the world and received an overwhelmingly positive response, with viewers praising especially its superb action scenes and the high-quality visual effects. The first season ended in a cliffhanger, so fans couldn't wait to see what was coming in the sequel. However, the second season, released in 2023, left many people baffled and disappointed so much that most wished they had never watched it. With the protagonists finally outside their building, the series adds many new characters and expands the world of the first season to the point that it stops making any sense. This could have been great if done well, but instead everything happens in an incredibly confusing and chaotic way, leaving little space for the story of each character. Also, some incidents along the way feel like they're only there to create some dramatic scenes, with no actual impact on the story. With a lot of confusing developments and little reason to care about the characters, the second season of Sweet Home ended up undermining the success of the original series. In fact, this sequel felt more like a filler and a stepping stone towards the final season. However, the third season, released in 2024, was another huge disappointment, maybe even more so than the previous part, because the final episode was a total letdown. After the chaos of season 2, the sequel fails to make the storylines clearer and more compelling, and once again, the dramatic spikes feel useless. Some critics pointed out how the series kept hinting at huge plot twists without really wrapping them up, and also noted how some plot points were completely abandoned. In the end, the final episode leaves some issues unresolved, and despite the good acting and cinematography, the disappointment at the finale is what viewers will remember the most. Many netizens have criticized the fact that the series moved away from the original webtoon after the first season, arguing that the drama became awful because of this, and would have been better if it ended with season 1. A drama that has instead enjoyed a ton of success despite its many flaws is Queen of Tears. This series was obviously a huge hit, which broke a lot of viewership records and was praised for the acting of the leads, Kim Soo-hyun and Kim Ji-won. However, many aspects of the drama attracted criticism, including its plot, characters, and a few controversial scenes. One of the main complaints about the series regards its script, which, according to some netizens, is filled with cliches, cringe moments, and plot holes. First of all, the story is too similar to typical rom-com dramas, but at least it has a twist in the way it focuses on the already married couple of Hong Hae-in and Baek Hyun-woo. This seems like an interesting premise, but criticisms poured ever since the first episode, with many netizens calling out the character of Hyun-woo for being too cringe. An aspect of the series that has attracted a ton of criticism is the story of Hae-in's illness. She's diagnosed with a terminal illness, but despite having a few months left to live, her appearance remains almost perfect. As the story continues, Hae-in could save her life with a surgery, but she doesn't want to lose her memories. At this point, the drama has a lot of quick twists that left many viewers baffled, as Hae-in always seemed so sure of her choice, but then changed her mind several times. Many netizens also complained about the overuse of the memory loss trope, which has appeared in countless dramas, and a ton of other unexpected developments that don't make much sense. Some have also criticized the supporting characters, with the villains being described as too irritating, and Hae-in's family being called embarrassing. Other viewers argued that the series drags the story for too long, and that the plot ends up being boring. With all these issues, Queen of Tears is considered by many as the worst work by scriptwriter Park Ji-eun, who previously worked on huge successes like My Love from the Star and Crash Landing on You. Some netizens commented that the series would have been better with fewer episodes, while others even wish it never aired.